What up fam, this is Eric Cypher Reactions. I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Mr. Beast's Faith in God Exposed. So yeah, I'm gonna be reacting to this person talking about Mr. Beast. Yeah, I wonder what this video is gonna be talking about, so let's watch it together. Three, two, one.
Ruslan.
Today I was on Instagram and I saw a video from my buddy Off the Curb Ministries about Mr. Beast's faith. And it was a short YouTube short IG reel, and I decided, man, I want to dig deeper into this topic because I always kind of had this sense that Mr. Beast came from a Christian foundation based on his desire to give away a ton of money and philanthropy and all these things he's doing. But what I discovered is much more interesting, and I have a theory. You guys know I don't do conspiracy theories often, but I have a theory I want to propose to you guys to see if you guys think it's possible that Mr. Beast might be involved in something that many of us are fans of. So, before we get into that, guys, my name is Ruslan. Make sure you check out the links in the description. There's a free How to Study the Bible course at mastermindevo.com, as well as a free niche training if you're looking to get into the YouTube space over at mastermindniche.com. Links in the description. Great resources. Check that out. All right, so here's the video that I saw from my buddy Off the Curb Ministries, Mr. Beast's biggest mistake. Wait for it. And he basically says that Mr. Beast used to have "I am unashamed of the gospel" on his YouTube banner. Interesting. So I did a little bit more digging, and I discovered that Mr. Beast actually went to a Christian Academy high school in Greenville, North Carolina. And then I saw another video that says Mr. Beast's old Christian YouTube banners. I'm going to turn this down, but check this out. Okay, Mr. Beast 6000, John 3:16 over here in the corner. And then we got another one, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, right? Mr. Beast 6000, commentary, gaming, and more. Mr. Beast TV, boom, another one. I've seen this logo everywhere. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. All right, so this is the one that he had here, which is my buddy Off the Curb Ministries. Okay, and let's keep going. So these are all of his banners, and I think we're going to see some him replying, Mr. Beast, subscribe for random videos. And there's a scripture here, for God so loved the world, John 3:16. Again, so he keeps dropping these John 3:16. It's almost like a In-N-Out cup, you know, where they put the scripture inside of it. Gameplay connections, another cross. Interesting, right? Biggest YouTuber out there. His Squid Game series outperformed the Netflix Squid Game series. I covered that on the channel. Another one with the cross. Okay, and check this out. Wow, John 3:16, nice. I prefer Romans 10:19. And this is supposedly a response from Mr. Beast from about 5 years ago. This video came out in 2020, and it says, I didn't think of that. Romans 10:9 is definitely better for a non-believer. I believe that's the passage where it says, anyone that professes with their mouth, believes in their heart that Jesus Christ is Lord, will be saved. And he says, who has never heard of the word, next time I get a new banner, I'm going to totally use that verse. Interesting. I really love that you are not ashamed of showing people you are a follower of Christ. Mr. Beast responds with an emoji face. Interesting. Okay, so there's another one. Thank you for watching, man. I will always show my faith somehow on this channel. I am glad people like it. Sounds like he has some Christian foundation. All right, I dig it. Went to a Christian high school. This is starting to make sense to me, so I kept digging away. Said, okay, I need to dig away because I have a mutual acquaintance with Mr. Beast that I'm going to tell you guys about, and I'm going to give you guys my big conspiracy theory here in a second. Check out when he was then asked about this and his response. This kind of let me down in the sense that I thought he would be a bit more neutral, because I understand that people want to avoid politics and religious talk. But here's his response when he was asked about this by Logan Paul in 2019.
Oh, this first video, I was mistaken.
Can you imagine you're on the grind, bro? You're like, yeah, 100 mil, about to pass PewDiePie, you fall in love, and
all of a sudden I lose interest.
Yeah, I know. You just can't make eye contact, dude, with any girl. Ever. Just don't do it. Don't.
He speeds up his video.
Keep a Bible in between us. Listen to what he says next.
Are you saving yourself for marriage?
Are you?
No, absolutely. I love this. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What about football?
I'm not religious. Yeah.
I'm not religious. I'm not religious. Right? He's banter, says I'm not religious. And what he says next bummed me out.
Okay. So are you saving yourself from marriage?
Not religious.
At all?
No, I'm not.
What about that Jesus?
Yo, Logan Paul is such a troll. You're not religious? No, I'm not. At all? What about that Jesus?
No.
You say no.
Yeah, like,
Are you
you just asked the same question different ways. The answer's the same.
So he asked him about Jesus specifically, and he says, no.
He's agnostic.
Agnostic. Like, I mean, the place is, the universe is complex, and like, it's hard to believe someone didn't do it, but like, I don't know, there's just a lot. It's you know.
You're open-minded.
So you believe in a creator or some sort of being?
I've seen
It's
this.
just like hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot out there, you know.
He's agnostic, so he doesn't have proof to push him in either direction or another.
Hey,
Like,
no,
doesn't-
by the way, I get it. Same page as you.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about the world being flat and all kinds of wild stuff. Listen to the whole interview. Interesting conversation.
I've seen that.
When it comes to
I thought it was the
concepts,
second interview you
brilliant
did.
thinker, but there's definitely a degree of obsession with creating YouTube, almost to the point where if you really hear about how obsessed he is with YouTube, it almost sounds like there is a idol of it of sorts. And trust me, I love this platform. This platform is amazing. It's done a lot for me. I enjoy it, but I think Mr. Beast might be underestimating how much his Christian framework and his Christian foundation has inspired him to be the type of creator that he is. And I really do pray and hope that he is humble enough to really reevaluate that Jesus that Logan Paul asked him, because I think there's way more there than just a religion or just I'm going to delay gratification and save myself from marriage. I think when we look and study who Jesus is historically, so much aligns for people to examine it. So did Mr. Beast grow up a Christian? It would seem so based on the evidence that we have. Did he then deconstruct? Seemingly so. Was he trying to be polite about the Jesus question? I don't think that was a neutral response. Some people are like, it's a neutral. I don't think it was a neutral response. A neutral response would have been more like Elon Musk's response. Babylon Beach tried to like lead him to Christ, right? So, sure, yeah, cool, yeah, Jesus, I'm not going to get away with Jesus, right? That would have been a neutral response. This was a no. What about that Jesus? No. Right? Which I'm like, man, I think
No vacation.
if there's any foundation of his Christian roots there still, which I think there is based on his approach to wanting to give away money and all that kind of stuff, but that bumped me out. Here is my conspiracy theory about Mr. Beast. I have a mutual acquaintance who is very influential behind the scenes. And he's not a Christian guy, he's a Mormon guy, which I initially thought Mr. Beast probably grew up Mormon, but he didn't, he grew up Christian. Daryl Eves, friend of mine, acquaintance of mine, he coaches a lot of folks behind the scenes. He's a Mormon guy, but some of you guys might be like, he is one of the executive producers, and his company is one of the executive producers of the show, The Chosen, okay? And they run Angel Studios, which is
Not the no vacation.
a faith-based collective that put their money together and were able to create the Chosen series. You guys see where I'm going with this? Now, Daryl Eves and Mr. Beast are very tight from all accounts, and if we just look up some images of them together, there's Daryl Eves, Mr. Beast. They speak at each other's things. They do all these different things, right? And so, Daryl Eves, Mr. Beast, how is this Chosen thing getting funded, so on and so forth? Is it possible, my theory, that maybe, just maybe, Mr. Beast was one of the silent investors at Angel Studios to get the Chosen off the ground? Maybe he's not sure where he is with Jesus anymore, but he still wants to contribute. Is it a Mormon and agnostic making the Chosen? Who knows? That is my conspiracy theory. I don't know if it's true. I texted Daryl before the stream and I said, I need some answers. He didn't text me back, unfortunately. Daryl, if you're watching this, tap in with your guy. I'm trying to pull up to the Chosen filming. You invited me to come, said you're gonna fly me out to go on scene for the Chosen thing. Maybe I could be an extra, But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Is it possible that Daryl Eves and Mr. Beast connected? Maybe he's one of the silent investors in terms of the
Still need to watch that series, The Chosen.
It's
I think it's what's called.
Nevertheless, that one of the biggest creators on the platform comes from a Christian foundation, and I think is driven by his Christian worldview that he may be suppressing in the moment to create the types of videos that create a net positive for people, that are inspirational and inspiring that give away a ton of money. About Mr. Beast gives away or spends all the money that he takes in back on his videos. Net worth isn't very massive because all the money goes back out, right? And so he even has other channels, reaction channels, to keep funding what he's doing. I think a lot of this stuff is driven by wanting to help people, and I think a lot of that is driven from his Christian worldview. So those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Am I losing it? Is this a series of X-Files? Is it possible? I want to hear from you guys about what you think about this.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Ruslan.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you found it valuable, consider checking out the links in this description. There is a free How to Study the Bible course, a free Master My Habits course, which I put together with my Christian therapist, and a free Find Your Niche course, as well as some of these other videos recommended from me and YouTube to you. All right? Peace.
Peace. Well, that was an interesting topic. Yeah. He has his conspiracy theories about Mr. Beast and all, but Ruslan, did the Bible say somewhere in Isaiah something about don't listen to conspiracy theories? You know, people who come up with conspiracy theories? That's just my... Well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. This is Eric for Reactions, signing off.